Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you guys are doing great. So tomorrow we have the second match of the three-match ODI series between Bangladesh and Pakistan, and we are already leading this series 1-0. So first of all, congratulations to Bangladesh team for their emphatic win against Pakistan yesterday. I mean, yes, we discussed that looking at the squads and the condition and everything, Bangladesh is the stronger of the two teams, but the way Bangladesh dominated in this match, in fact, I was not even expecting to see such domination in the first match. And to tell you about the first match review, from the Bangladesh side, I will say there were two changes in general that actually came as a surprise, and both worked fantastically for Bangladesh yesterday. First of all, changing the opening, because we saw that in the last ODI series that Bangladesh played here in Mirpur. I mean, it was against West Indies, where we saw in the last match, I think Soumya Sarkar and Saif Hassan had a good run in the opening pair. So that's why everyone was wondering whether Soumya Sarkar should be up in the opening position with Saif Hassan. That means keeping Tanzid Hassan Tamim out of the playing 11 for yesterday's match. But in my video, I said that I would certainly keep Tanzid Hassan Tamim above Soumya Sarkar, and I would love to see Tanzid Hassan Tamim playing in the main squad. I mean, in the playing squad. So that actually happened, and I was not very surprised. In fact, I was very happy that wow, that actually happened. Soumya Sarkar is not there. So that was the first move, and the second move was the inclusion of Nahid Rana. See, first of all, I also said that the way Nahid Rana has been treated so far in his international careers, so we have seen that he is given chances on and off, and that's why I was thinking that while you are starting the series, you would be willing to start the series on a high note. So both the teams should be focusing more on the experience bit, because your experienced players who have been into this sort of situations before as a whole would be better off to give you better results, right? So on that note, I thought that Bangladesh would be going with the more experienced pacer trio, led by Mostafiz, then Taskin and Shoriful. But in place for Shoriful, Nahid Rana was picked, and these two moves, I mean, these two were bold moves. First one I really loved, and second one was a bit a surprise for me, because I thought that Nahid Rana would come handy coming into the second or third match after seeing what happens in the first match. But these two moves, I think these two moves were the best moves for the first game, and we have already seen the result. I mean, we were able to restrict Pakistan to their ever lowest total in ODI against us, and we chased down this total within 15 overs or so. So 15.1 overs. So that tells you that when you look at the batting or the scorecard and everything of yesterday's match, if you take a look at it right now, it would seem like that Pakistan was playing some sort of a test match, scoring 114 in 30 overs. I mean, the way they started, it was pretty much normal. In the first 10 overs, they were like 40 for no loss. But after that, actually, the Nahid Rana storm came into the action. So, anyways, we'll talk about it. So, I think these are the two changes, and these two changes actually helped Bangladesh to register this massive win of 8 wickets against Pakistan yesterday. Now let's talk about something that I didn't like in the first ODI. First thing is the jersey, the new jersey for Bangladesh for the ODI format. I didn't like it. It looked like somebody has pasted some sort of red tape in their jersey, and from a distance, it didn't look good to me. So that's why the first thing I didn't like, that is the Bangladesh new ODI jersey. And second of all would be the way, the shameless way Miraz and Miraz has behaved once again. Because when you see that you are playing against the number 4 ranked team in the ODIs, you might say that it doesn't matter if they are number 4. Yeah, it does matter, because you are number 10, right? So it does matter. So you're playing against the team which is ranked number 4 at this moment in ODI, and you have them by the horns, like they were 77 for 7, right? So you're still bowling, and you're the captain, I understand, but you didn't have to prove that with your bowling at that point of time. Any sane captain would have done that. They would have brought their pacers back, right? It's not a T20. You still have got plenty of overs with your pacers. You have got 3 pacers in your playing squad, and I don't know why are you not that confident with your bowlers? I mean, your pacers, I mean, they're world class, and you are not using them from both the ends and try to wrap things up as quickly as you can. I think Miraz was thinking about the supporters who came during the Ramadan, and he was worried that if the game finishes before 100, then the supporters would be very angry. So that's why he tried to actually stretch the game out there. But I didn't like it, Miraz. I mean, being very honest, you are the captain, and from a captain's perspective, now you look at the scorecard and everything. in 30 over match. Yeah, they batted around 30, 35 overs, I think. So out of that, you have actually completed your 10 overs. Yes, 7 overs. I think you were at 1 point for 18, and you had already taken 3 wickets, I guess. So you could have actually taken yourself out of this bowling, and you could have used your pacers, but you did not, and that doesn't fit well with me being the captain of Bangladesh. So this is the second thing that I didn't like. So number one was the jersey, and number two is the captain, because obviously he has taken 3 wickets, and it looks like, I mean, he has done a good job. But if you take a look at the real match condition, I mean, when he started getting all the wickets, it was already over, because Nahid Rana has already done the damage to the Pakistan team. So I don't think that's something that is very impactful. Obviously, it did have impact, but from a captain's perspective, your captaincy or the right call at that moment, using your pacers like Fiz and Taskin from both the ends, would have made things even easier for Bangladesh. I don't think they would have been able to cross that 100. And even at the end, we saw Fahim Ashraf, and we expected, right? I mean, when he didn't have any partners to actually give him the company, so he had to go for it. So I think we could have easily restricted Pakistan below 100 in that match yesterday. So that's why I didn't like the role of Mehdi Hassan Miraz in that match. So these are the two things that I didn't like. Now let's talk about Pakistan. So what I liked about Pakistan, first of all, yes, we said that Saeed Farhan is in good form, and he started off in a looking confident. That's true. He took his time to settle in, and he was getting into his rhythm of taking his scores big, and that was one thing that I liked. I mean, that he's carrying his form out here, and he uh, initially, I mean, from the type of cricket that he has come into play in this ODI, just coming from the T20 World Cup, he is looking focused, and I think he will be carrying his form in this series going forward. So that one thing that I liked yesterday for Pakistan, and another thing that I like is that no, there is no other thing that I like, being honest. So what went wrong for Pakistan, right? So for Pakistan, if I have to comment, first of all, if you take a look back in the press conference of Shaheen Shafidi, he actually openly discussed that their number 1 to 3 is going to be the debutants, and there will be more to play. First of all, I was also expecting that Pakistan would be restricting to these 3 changes at best. Yes, they have brought 6 debutants, but I mean, it's not like that you play 6 in the first game altogether, right? So I was thinking that they would be using at best 3 of their debutants, but they have used 4. It's not about using 3 or 4, but it's about what the output they expected and what the output they have got. And the difference was clearly and one and only Nahid Rana. And when you see that the Pakistani batsmen were struggling, I mean, the struggle, the tension, the confusion, the fear, everything you could see in their eyes, in their face, I mean, while they were batting, right? Everyone. I mean, I really felt good when there was a ball that shaped away from Saeed Farhan of Nahid Rana, and when the cameraman zoomed to his face, I mean, he really looked shaky. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know whether the Pakistani team had seen the stats or things like that, because Nahid Rana has been successful against them in the past. He has had a wonderful test match against them, and he's the quickest one of the Bangladeshi lot. That's, I think, everyone should know at this moment, right? But it didn't seem like that they were pretty much convinced whether Nahid Rana can deliver. Maybe they thought the pitch is not gonna work out in that way, so that Nahid Rana can bowl in that pace and get that bounce or things like that. But amazing. Every batsman looked shaky. Everyone was like showing their struggle against Nahid Rana. And at really one point of time, and I'm being very honest, I really thought that the way he was progressing, he was getting wickets in each over. I was thinking, is it something that is going to continue? Like up till 5 overs, he got all the 5 overs, right? Then 6, 7, I was still thinking. And I think there was a time that we didn't take the review, and there could have been another LBW of his bowling, I think, right? So yes, that's how it is. And I like that Pakistan team didn't take Bangladesh seriously. They thought maybe they are out of the shape at this moment because they have not been playing against international teams in the recent times, whereas they have been playing in the World Cup. They had a series against Australia, and they also played other series as well coming into this, coming before the World Cup. So I don't know. I mean, if even you take a look at the way Shaheen Shafidi had the press conference, I mean, he looked relaxed. Maybe they didn't take Bangladesh seriously, or maybe this is a series that doesn't impact their ranking. Perhaps this is another reason why they are not that much serious, and I like that. I like that. As long as we are winning, I'm fine with it. So these are the things that I liked about Pakistan, and things that I didn't like. Well, being very neutral, I really don't know why. I mean, I have no clue why Mike Hayson didn't play Haris Rauf, and I was expecting that as they would be focusing more on the debutants who are the batters mainly, so they should be focusing more on the experience bit. And Haris Rauf bowled really well, not bowled well in the Big Bash, and he was not in the squad for the ICC T20 World Cup. But as he's coming back into the ODI with his pace, I think he could have given some sort of trouble to the Bangladeshi batters. Obviously, he will be expensive because that's what the record suggests. But he has a knack of taking wickets, so that might have worked. And I also feel that coming from the ICT 20 World Cup, Shaheen Shah coming into this 50 over format, he really didn't look that sharp. I mean, in 20 over match, you can always get away with it, but in 50 over match, I mean, it's really difficult for the bowlers if they are not totally fit in that regard. So I think these are the things that I didn't like, and I really don't know why. I really don't know why Mike Hayson didn't go for Haris Rauf. If there is any injury or anything like that, that I didn't know. And if any of the pacers who should have made it to that Pakistan squad in the first match, apart from Shaheen Shah Afridi being the captain, that should have been Haris Rauf. That's my take on what I didn't like about Pakistan. And now let me explain two things that people are saying that why am I so much biased about Tanzil Hassan in place of Soumya Sarkar. See, I mean, if you take a look at the historical data of the ODIs, so there is a one thing or one term that is the golden age for cricketers, right? So if you take a look at all the data from the ODI of the world, then you will find that for any batters, they are normally in their peak when they're at 27 to 33 max, and for the pacers when they're at 25 to 30 31, this is the time of the peak for the pacers, and for the spinners it's 28 to 35. This age range is the golden age range for the spinners, and for all-rounders it's around 27 to 32. So these are the ranges. For batters it's 27 to 33. This is the range where usually, I mean, the data suggests that the batsmen have their peak time and their prime time. So now if you look at when the next World Cup is going to be played, it's going to be played in October 2027. Currently, Soumya Sarkar has celebrated his 33rd birthday, so he's currently enjoying his 34th one right now. He has stepped into it. So going into the next World Cup, he would be at around 36, almost reaching 36, right? So at that age, do we have any previous, what do I say, previous success for players in ODI at that age? Because as I said, that the golden age, he is out of that ratio, right? So when I looked into it, I saw that yes, there is good example, and you have to find out whether you can compare these players with Soumya Sarkar. So at the age of 36, Sachin Tendulkar scored his 200 in ODI. All right, so that's there. And if you take a look at another subcontinent player at the age of 36 as a batter, okay, let's so keeper batter Kumar Sangakkara. He actually had 4 centuries in a World Cup, I think in 2015, and he was also 36 at that point of time. But do you really think that Soumya Sarkar is going to be of that impact? Is Soumya our trump card? Is Soumya going to be our Sachin Tendulkar? No, I don't think so. Is Soumya Sarkar is going to be the Sangakkara? I don't think so. So that's why, I mean, if you take a look at all these numbers, then it doesn't actually add up to me, because I think Soumya Sarkar has got enough chances, and I think he is currently going through the highest peak of his time as a batter. And with the time progresses, as we approach the next World Cup, it will be more difficult for Soumya to even perform what he is doing at this moment. And obviously, there are exceptions, because you can say that there is Virat Kohli, there is Rohit Sharma. I mean, Rohit Sharma is what, 39, and Virat Kohli is what, 38, 37, 38. So they are still playing ODIs, and they are also eyeing for the next World Cup, right? So yes, I mean, in even between these two players, I mean, is it right to actually think that what Rohit Sharma or what Virat Kohli has done for their country and for the cricket, have we got that service or that sort of contribution from Soumya? I don't think so. We haven't. We have got that. I mean, it's not even close, or it's not comparable, right? So that's out of the equation. Even I would say that Virat Kohli has better fitness than most of the players who are playing in this circuit right now. So going into that age, you don't get to see Virat Kohli coming in every team. You don't get to see Virat Kohli coming in every ages. So that's an exception. I think it's still going to be very difficult for Rohit Sharma to make it to the next ODI World Cup for India, considering his age and everything. And it's also going to be difficult. But out of these two, I would keep Virat Kohli to have better chances of playing in the next World Cup, considering his fitness. Obviously, Rohit Sharma is also catching up, but it will be very tough for Rohit out of these two. And in that place, Soumya Sarkar playing the World Cup at 36, I don't see any chance that he is going to be that impactful for us. And I say, if you see that next World Cup will be played in South Africa, so high altitude venues, so fitness will be the key. And I don't think that that's going to help Bangladesh in that way either for Soumya Sarkar in the squad. I might be a bit harsh, but you can take a look at all the data. He can be the exception, and if he becomes the exception, like the way Sanju Samson played, right? Nobody thought that he would be playing these amazing innings in the quarterfinals, even in the final of the World Cup. But if you think that he can be that, then you can keep him. But so if even you look at the golden age of our star players, like for example Sakib Al Hasan, was at his peak at the age of like 28 to 33 at that period of time, and for example our top batter like Tamim Iqbal, he was also in his peak around at that age of 26 to 31. So there is this golden age, and that actually shows that the data, the global ODI data, the way things have gone so far. I mean, if we have to bet on Shomo, then we will be betting against all the odds looking into the 2027 World Cup. So do we want to place our bets on Shomo, taking him to the next World Cup, or we can also always relook? Obviously, I mean, he has done good against the Pacers. He can be an option to get 3-4 overs. But I mean, looking at his age down the line, the fitness, that will also be a challenge normally, and overall his performance, his inconsistency, I think we can relook into this position as well. So for tomorrow's match, I will have one person under my scrutiny once again. That will be our captain. We'd love to see that whether the captain actually behaves or leads like how a captain should, or does he once again take the how do I put it, like the most favorable spot whenever he can. So it's a tough thing to be leading Bangladesh, and in my mind, I think there are better players or better captains that I see. I haven't seen them on the ground how they interact or in the dressing room, but what we see from outside, it looks like to me, in fact, Liton Das, or even my personal choice would be Nazmul Hossain Shanto, can work better as a captain, maybe. That's my personal thought. Anyway, so it's not a discussion for today. Let's hope that Miraz actually behaves like a captain and he actually leads from the front, in the front foot, when the situation is tough, and does some impact and ensures our series win tomorrow. For tomorrow's match, I think my prediction remains the same. I believe that Pakistan is a good squad, but Bangladesh is the better of the two teams. So that's why I'm rooting for Bangladesh once again, and we believe that Bangladesh will be able to secure the series and will be able to overtake West Indies by tomorrow after the end of the second ODI. Obviously, Pakistan is not going to give us the chance that they gave us in the first ODI. I don't think that they will be that much reckless in terms of their batting. So I'm expecting that we get a good game. But obviously, Bangladesh, in terms of bowling, in terms of batting, in both cases, I think they are in good space right now, and they should be able to beat Pakistan and clinch the series tomorrow. And I'm rooting for Bangladesh. All the very best to Team Bangladesh. And one thing I would love to see is that if any of the top three batters can get a big score for us, at least 100 would be nice if we get to see that coming in tomorrow's match. Because after a long time, I think both the parties, the playing one or the home one or the visiting one, both the players and both the coaches have said that they have never seen this good wicket in Mirpur. The pitch was really good to bat on. Obviously, if you take a look at the scorecard, it doesn't reflect that. If in the first ODI, it felt like Pakistan was batting on a different pitch and Bangladesh was batting on a different pitch. One was playing Test, and on the other hand, one was playing T20. But anyways, the way Bangladesh batted, I mean, on the second innings, chasing it down, I mean, we saw that this wicket can give you good runs. So yesterday, before the start of the match, we were talking that in a good wicket, we should be looking at around 280, 290 maybe. So I'm still hoping that we should be eyeing to get 300 plus in this wicket, looking at what we have seen. Maybe I don't know whether we'll play in the same wicket or not, or how tomorrow's wicket will play out. But let's hope that we get a good high scoring match. I mean, we don't want the match to be over before iftar. uh, okay, I mean, if it does help us secure the series, then it's fine with me. But obviously we'd love to see our batters get more time on the ground and get good runs. That would be a big confidence coming in playing in the home conditions. So best wishes to Bangladesh team, and let's hope that tomorrow we get to see that we win this series, and we actually uh, take one step ahead, move from number 10 position to number 9 in the ODI ranking.